Okay, your house didn't sell. That stinks, especially in this market where you see everybody selling their house and some of them still getting above asking price, still getting multiple offers, still going like super fast, and your house did not sell. It's frustrating. I get it. It happens a lot though. 2 out of 3 houses that list sell. 1/3 don't. They just don't make it, whether they're withdrawn, they're expired, or whatever. So we're going to go over in this video the top 5 reasons why your house didn't sell. More importantly, things that you can do to improve, because we won't get you sold for reals the next time you go on the market. How we doing? This is Steve, real estate agent with the Malone Home Team EXP here in the North Georgia area, just outside Atlanta. Hope you're doing good. So we're going to start out. Please help us out. We could use a like. We could use a subscribe. It's just going to help us with our SEO, help us get seen, because we're trying to get these videos out to buyers, sellers, people looking in the Atlanta area, looking to do something. This is the information they need, so we need your help kind of getting us seen a little bit more. So if you do that, we say thank you very much. All right, so let's talk about it. The house didn't sell. Man, and that stinks, especially in this market, because we're dealing with a low inventory market and buyers are starting to come back. We're recording this spring of 24. Interest rates are high, but they were worse last year. They're going to be steadily coming down this year, but not as much as everybody wants them to be. But that being said, a lot of buyers have been sitting on the sidelines realize we've got to get in the game. We've got to buy a house. So a lot of the buyers are coming in springtime is usually a really great time to sell. But this video will probably be good for a while because these things really don't change a whole lot. It's worth reviewing them and revisiting them every once in a while to kind of go over with you again. So, top 5 things. I'll be honest, first one we're going to talk about, we can't really change a whole lot. Okay, it's just kind of one of those it is what it is things. Okay, but we're going to go over the top 5 reasons, and then at the end we're going to talk about for each of those, what can we do to try and tweak, get ready for the next time we go on the market so we can take full advantage of the fact that there's a whole bunch of buyers, not a lot of houses. So let's roll. Top 5 reasons your house didn't sell. What can we do about it? All right, so number 5, because we're going to go in reverse order here. So number 5, location. Location, location, location. All right. If your house, we're in North Georgia, really popular spots like Alpharetta, Milton. Okay, let's say you got a nice house, Alpharetta, Milton. You're in that mid-tier range, something around 650, 700, let's say right now, as of this recording in that area. Nice house, all taken care of, whatever, and you're in the right spot, priced right, boom, it's going to rock and roll. But what if you're not in the right spot? What if one of two things happens? Number one, you back up to what was just developed to be like a big giant public shopping center, and there's trucks going in and out all the time, and all of a sudden, like, that's where your house is. It's backed up to a giant warehouse. It may not be the right location. Or I'll give you the perfect example. We listed a house last year. It was up in the Winder area, almost to Jefferson. So I mean, it was way out. Gorgeous house. I mean, stupid nice, right? 2018 built, so it was only like 4 years old. The owners staged this thing like stupid nice. We priced it really well. And I mean, there's nobody up there looking because there just aren't enough buyers up there. Okay. And in that area is a really nice neighborhood around other houses that aren't necessarily that same price range. Okay. Like you go to Alpharetta or Milton, everything's in the 6s, 7s, 8s, whatever. Like if you put like a neighborhood that had $3 million houses and they're right in the middle of Alpharetta, maybe then you might not be able to get people, looking at those houses. But we're talking about like, out in Winder, you're talking about prices in the mid to upper 5s, and all the neighborhoods around it were like in the 3s. So people aren't necessarily looking in that area for that kind of house. That's where location can be a problem too. Okay. So your location, and unfortunately, that's one of the things that we really can't do a whole lot about. Okay. Outside of like, getting a big giant spatula and picking your house up and moving it, which, you can't really do. So that could be one of the reasons why it didn't sell. So have an honest conversation with yourself or with your realtor. Like, is our location right? The way to get around that on the front end is, where am I buying? Am I buying in a place to where in 5 years can I sell this house? Am I in the right spot? Is there big giant woods in the backyard of this house I'm getting ready to buy that we don't know who owns it? We don't know what they're going to do with it. Because as soon as you buy your house, there's a chance those woods are going to get clear cut, and then you're going to put in like 500 million townhomes right in your backyard, or you're going to put a giant warehouse right in your backyard, or whatever. Okay, know that ahead of time. when you're buying, think about the resale, okay? Because location, there's not a whole lot we can do about it, but it is a reason why your house didn't sell. It's number 5, though. Number 5, location. So, number 4, we're counting down the hits, just like Casey Kasem. All right, count down the hits. And for you kids who don't know who that is, you better Google it. All right, timing. Timing is important when selling your house. Okay, you're going to get a much better return on the investment of getting the house ready to sell, listing it, whatever, and selling it if you sell at all the right times. Okay, so one of the right times to sell. To me, there are 3 months that I always tell my buyers these are great months to go look for homes because all the buyers, for the most part, have taken these months off. It's a great chance to go in and steal a deal. For sellers, exact opposite. These are months where it's not a good idea to sell. Okay, July, August, December. All right, July and August, we're talking about summer months. Okay, you got vacations in July. You got people who are already locked into the new school and they're done looking by, we'll call it July 10th-ish. All right, so mid to late July, not a whole lot going on because people are already locked into the new house. They're starting to do vacations, start to do last minute school stuff. Then all of August, when everybody goes back to school, everybody's getting back into the swing of things, back into going to ballet, back into going to band practice, football practice, all the practices, all the stuff that goes on, when everybody goes back to school. We had the summer off, got a chance to breathe. Now everybody's got to get back in the swing. Everybody's back in the swing by Labor Day. By Labor Day, we pick back up and everything, we see an uptick as we get through fall. The other month is December. I wouldn't sell in December. Same deal. The buyers are really checked out. They're going to Christmas parties, holiday parties. They're doing last minute vacations. They're trying to get their last minute, doctor's visits in, whatever. So, there's a lot of stuff going on in December. So fewer buyers, that means not good for you. Great for buyers, not so good for sellers. So if you're looking to sell and really maximize the amount that you make on your home, take those 3 months out of it. Now, the other 9 months, there's some months that are better than others. Obviously, you list in April, right? Like mid to late April, that's the peak. That's when you get the most eyeballs on your house. But keep in mind, if you're looking to sell to buy, maybe that doesn't make sense because you can sell, and what are you going to buy during the peak? When you have a contingent house. It's one of those things. So you got to weigh it all out. But maybe that's why the house didn't sell. Maybe you just picked the wrong time. Maybe the market just completely crashed when you went on the market. Like we saw in late 22 and late 23, market completely slowed down because of the rates, okay? Timing thing. It stinks, but there was a timing component there, okay? It doesn't mean your house is terrible. It just means that it jumped in at the wrong time and all the buyers went away, okay? So don't give up hope. You need to figure out when's the best time to jump in. Maybe the next time you come in, it's better timing. Maybe the next time you get your home sold. So that's number 4. You got to hit the right time. Picking up speed to number 3. Marketing. That's right. Was your house marketed right? Seriously. And this is one of my bugaboos. This is one of my pet peeves. Did your realtor take iPhone pictures of your house? Because I still see that. I still see pictures that look like somebody took their pictures with a 2002 digital camera. Some look like it was a 1995 film camera. It's like, how could these pictures be? I could give my 3-year-old a cell phone. They could take better pictures of some of the pictures I see on these houses. Like, if you see your realtor taking terrible pictures of the house, stop them and say, what are you doing? Okay, you hired them. They got to take good pictures. Marketing, okay? Then when it goes on, then what are we doing to get in front of people? Are we doing open houses correctly? Are we doing the internet marketing correctly? Did the write-up and the posting online hit all the spots, the Zillows, the Realtor.coms, or whatever? Are we doing the right amount of social? Marketing, okay? Maybe the person you had helping you didn't do a good job marketing, okay? That's something that you can adjust, okay? Get in front of more eyeballs, okay? So that's number 3. Take an honest look at what happened. An honest look at when we were on the market, compare what you were doing versus one of your competitors, somebody else in the neighborhood, somebody else 2 neighborhoods over, same price range or whatever. Did they sell in 3 minutes and you sat for 3 months? What was different? Take an honest look at it, and let's not make that same mistake again, because marketing is a big deal, okay? The right marketing and the right plan will get you multiple offers, will get you, better offers, as long as everything else falls into place. We're talking about like timing and location, all that stuff. But marketing is really a big thing. And we're really getting into the big heavy hitters now. So it's something you need to take a look at. Marketing of my house. Was it done right the last time? We got to do it right the next time. Number 2, condition. All right, we're to the big two here. So number two is condition. All right, was your house 100% ready to go when we listed the house? Okay, is there wood rot around the outside? Did we need to pressure wash the driveway? Did we need to put new shrubs or new flowers in the front beds? When you come inside, is there paint peeling in the kitchen on some of the cabinets? Do we need to replace some of the poles and stuff in the kitchen? Go in the bathroom. Faucets okay? Do you have jacked up wallpaper on the walls in the bathroom? Does the carpet need to be? Look at it all. Okay. When it comes to condition, I want you to look at seriously. One of the things that we do with some of our sellers is let's look at some new houses. This is what the new houses look like. These that just came on the market. This is what we're going up against. Look at how there's no wood rot on the outside. Everything's perfectly whatever on the inside. When we come in, like those are things we need to be sure your house looks like, okay? Because it's going to come up on an inspection, number one. Number two, it's one of those things where if somebody sees there's something wrong with the house, they may start thinking to themselves, all right, what else is wrong with the house? Okay, so I want to fix the small stuff so that nobody worries about the big stuff, because maybe the big stuff doesn't exist. I just don't want them worrying about it, okay? So condition's a big deal. Okay, have an honest talk with your realtor about, all right, what do we need to fix? Okay, because some people will list their house and say, I don't want to fix anything. I'm just going to sell it as is, which is fine, and you may sell it. And if you do, you're not going to make as much money. You're not going to have as big of an impact as if you fixed it up, made it sing and dance, and really turned it into like a really nice house that drew a lot of interest, brought in a lot of buyers, got a lot more offers. Okay. Yes, it's a pain in the rear to get the house ready and to fix the condition of the house. In the end, you're going to make more money, sell it faster, get better offers if you do that, okay? So that being said, was the condition so bad that maybe it didn't go under contract in the first place? So that's something we have to ask, okay? Have that honest conversation with yourself. Have that honest conversation with your realtor. Is one of the things that we do when we talk to potential sellers. They can ask us to come over and say, all right, give us a skinny. What's going on with this house? What would you suggest? Something that we do for our people. We do for people that aren't even our people. We're trying to meet people and potentially, forge relationships and maybe list their house, sell their house one day. But I'm not going to not talk to somebody because they're not going to work with us. I mean, that's what we do. We talk about real estate. Okay, that's what my job is. So if you have that question, like, what do I need to fix on my house? That's what we do. So let us know, let your realtor know. But sometimes that's the reason why the house didn't sell, because the conditions jacked up. That's number two. But here comes number one. Number one, here it comes. Price. It was the price off. Okay? Let's be honest. Everybody who wants to sell their house wants to push the price to the point where, because we want to find out, we don't want to leave money on the table. And I 100% get that, okay? So a lot of times what people will do is they will say, I want to list it at this price and just to see what happens. And I 100% get that. You want to get the best deal possible. The way that we look at pricing here, okay, pricing, when we price a house, that's not necessarily the value of the house. That's not necessarily what we want to get for the house. That's not. The pricing is part of the marketing strategy, okay? The pricing is a tool to get as many people in there as possible, to get as many eyeballs, as much people like flocking to it, getting excited about it, seeing everybody else that's there, knowing that there's a line in the driveway and whatever, and getting offers, getting multiple offers. If we price it right, that's what happens. We price it too high, that doesn't happen. Okay? When you sell, do you want a line in the driveway? When you list your house to sell, do you want a line in the driveway? Do you want multiple offers, lots of eyeballs, or do you want to give it a couple months? Okay, because I'll be honest, I've been doing this for 7 years. I've heard of no house in 7 years, none, zero, zip, where the price was way overpriced, and within 2 months they came down to the price where it should have been. And once they got to that price where it should have been, that's when there was a line in the driveway. It doesn't happen like that. Okay, after 2 months of it being on the market, what does everybody say? That's what they say. What's wrong with the house? Okay, I don't want that for you. Okay, I want for people, when they see your house, I want them to say, holy crap, call the realtor, we're going. Okay, price is part of that. Because if it's a killer little house, right? Just amazing. Granite, sparkling, just like everything's just spot on, you know what I'm saying? And it's in a neighborhood where everything's like, let's say like right around 500. Maybe because of all the updates and whatever, and because of some of the other comps, maybe we go push it to 510, 515. You come in and you say, maybe I can get 575. It's not going to sell. Buyers know. You know that there's all kinds of websites that go on, I'm not going to say the name of it, the one that everybody knows, that you can go on and get an estimate of what the house is worth. People know if you're $75,000 overpriced. They know it, and there's other websites that do it too. And the realtors know. And then even if they put an offer at $575, the appraiser is going to say, it's worth $575, it's worth $515. Okay, so there's lots of things that are in place that are going to keep you from getting that $575. Okay, have an honest conversation. Did we go too high on price, and were we too slow to come down? Because once you list a house, okay, and the price and it doesn't sell, the actual price that will cause it to sell is falling every single day, right? The market price that you need to list it at that will cause it to sell is falling. You have to catch up to that with your listing price. So here are the two prices, right? This is right here, the market price. This is your listing price. So you start here. Go. It's already going down. Drop. 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 It's hard to catch it unless you do massive drops, okay? And I don't want you to be in that position. It makes much more sense to price it right the first time. I know people get tired of hearing that. I get pushback on that on Instagram all the time when I do videos about that. I'm a lazy realtor for not wanting to. Look, if I went to Kroger right now, okay, I'm a really good salesperson. We do great marketing. I got a great photographer, great stager, whatever, okay? And I took a gallon of milk and bought it, put it out on the sidewalk, okay? And we staged it with some nice plants from my stager, photographed it nice with a drone video from my drone video guy. We had fireworks. We had tiki torches. I mean, everything was just great. And I tried selling it for $20. We're not selling that milk because the milk's overpriced. Okay. Price is a big deal. It's the biggest reason the house didn't sell. All right. So of the top 5, there are tweaks that we can make, but all those other tweaks don't mean anything if the house is overpriced. Okay. So those are the big 5. Let's talk about what we can do to turn around next time to get you sold. We've already talked a little bit about all these solutions, but I want to put it in one cohesive answer right here. So the big 5. Number 1 thing that we talked about, so number 5 was location. I hate to say, there's really not a whole lot we can do about location, okay, outside of picking up the big giant warehouse behind you and moving it and putting in like waterfall feature. Outside of that, there's not a whole lot we can change about location. We're going to have to unfortunately adjust it in the price. Okay, so that's number 5. Not a whole lot we can do. Timing-wise, let's not sell in July, August, or December. Can you? Yes, but again, to do that, you're going to take a little bit of a hit on price, again, in an attempt at bringing in more people, okay? But timing-wise, let's figure out what the best timing is. Is it spring? Is it fall? The cool thing about fall is, there's not as many buyers, but they're much more motivated. Cool thing about spring is there's a lot more buyers. They're going to see each other, to get all excited, and everybody's going to whatever. And there's also like, where are we with interest rates? Okay, let's have an honest talk about when the best timing is seasonally and going with the rates. Okay, number 3, marketing. You need to get with an agent that knows what the heck they're doing. Okay, it has a really solid open house plan to get as many eyeballs in there as possible, that knows how to get a good photographer in there to take not only pictures but also video, which gets shared not only online, but shoot, man, we send our sellers their video, they send it to their people, they send it to other people, whatever, and all of a sudden it gets shared more within the little circle than it does online, and so that really helps to move the needle. So marketing-wise, we got to step it up. Okay, this is 2024. We got to be sure it's getting in front of all the right people, being taken care of the right way, putting the best foot forward with what we're dealing with. All right. Number 2 is condition. Let's get the house fixed up a little bit. Let's invest some money. If it costs you $1,000, I don't want to write your checks. I don't want to write your $1,000 check or your $2,000 check. But sometimes paying to get carpets done, get some wood rot taken care of around the outside, getting the HVAC, go ahead and get that like tuned up a little bit. maybe get the cabinets touched up, painted, replace some faucets in the bathroom, do some little things on the inside. That way the house kind of sings and dances a little bit more. That goes with the marketing. I mean, again, marketing looks great. It looks even greater if you have something really worth selling, right? So there you go. Condition. And then number one is the price. We have to adjust the price. Unless you do all those other things, unless the price was close, but you just didn't have all the other things in line, maybe get all those other things in line, right? Let's say maybe you time it right. We go in at the right time. Maybe the rates come down a little bit. We jump in spring. And then from a marketing perspective, you hire an agent that knows exactly what they're doing marketing-wise. Condition-wise, there's some things that were messed up. You get feedback saying, "Hey, it was a nice house, but the front stoop needs to be fixed," or there's wood rot around the windows and the out, whatever it is. Let's fix it up, so that way it shines a little bit more. And then number one is the price. So maybe you do all those other things and come in at the right time, whatever. Maybe you don't have to necessarily go down on price. Maybe you can stay right where you are, or maybe you go down on price because maybe you're still overpriced for the market. Okay. Again, we get that pushback all the time, though. We're just a lazy realtor. Not the lazy realtor. I'm trying to help you get your home sold. The best way to get your home sold is get the asking price in line with where the market price should be. Okay, the best solution we always see when it comes to pricing your house is, let's have a reasonable conversation about what's going on in the neighborhood. Let's say you've got a 4-bedroom house, okay, and 4-bedroom house across the street sold for 4. 4-bedroom house next door sold for 4. 4-bedroom house next door went $395. The one behind you, 4-bedroom house, $405. You're a 4-bedroom house. Guess what we're going to list the house? I mean, unless there's like a noticeable upgrade, a noticeable, tangible, gigantic upgrade, we're going to go for 4. Because if we list it at 4, you've got the tangible proof that it's worth that. But if we do everything else correctly, marketing, open house plan, the condition is perfect, the timing is perfect, everything looks good, there's going to be the line in the driveway, and people are going to be looking at each other saying, holy crap, 400 is not going to do it on this house. We're going to have to go 410. We're going to have to go 415. We're going to have to go 420. Okay? If you do all the things correctly, then that's when you get the price that you want. Okay? But remember, when you come to your listing price is a marketing tool. It's part of the marketing package. Okay? It helps you get the most eyeballs in your house. Okay, so keep that in mind. Those are things that we can change. Okay, but everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation is unique. If you have questions, give us a call, and we can walk you through it. That way, one of the things, I don't want you to sell your house and be in this position. I'd rather you sell it right off the bat. And one of the worst things we hear is when people say, we get them, we knock the house out, we get it on the market, we have multiple showings, we have multiple offers, and somebody will say, well, they obviously sell the house for too low. No. Because in this market, even if you have a house, if it's worth 4, let's say it's worth 415, just for the argument's sake of this argument. Say it's worth 415. We do everything great, and like the house is in Suwannee or Alpharetta or whatever. Right now, I list a house at 400. We sing and dance on the marketing, sing and dance on the conditions, sing and dance on whatever. That way, when people see it, they're like, 400 is a screaming, bleeping deal for this house. Let's get it. And they go and they grab the house, or they go to look at the house to grab the house, and they realize, holy crap, there's a line in the driveway. Holy crap, we go to the open house, there's 40 families at the open house. You look on Zillow, and there's like 1,000 views on the house. There's 400 saves on the house. All this stuff. And people are like, holy crap, we've got to jump. Like 400 is not going to cut it. We got to go 410. You got to go 415. 415. We'll do best offer to 4, whatever. That's how you get the right price. Okay. Yeah, if the house is worth 415, we're not listing at 200. That's way too low. But you can make 15,000 up real easy in North Georgia right now in this market. Okay. Shoot, back in the pandemic, we had people going 100 over asking price, which was craziness. Still have nightmares about that time period because we didn't sleep a whole lot. We sold a lot of houses, didn't sleep a whole lot. But that's how we look at price. That's how you can help to get your home sold. Okay, so go through all those things, but if you have questions, you let us know. Don't forget, like, subscribe. This is Steve. Emails below. Give me a call, 470-233-4409. Appreciate your time. Let's get your house sold. Take care. Bye.